Hey there guys, welcome back to the Purple Passion Soap channel. I am Alan, the maker of the soaps here. I am the soap master at Purple Passion Soap. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a minute. So today's episode's not going to be as long as yesterday's. Today's we are going to unmold the soap that we made yesterday. If you saw that, it was a little bit long. It's 47 minutes long. Today's not going to be that long. What we're going to go over today is we're going to take the soap out of the mold, show you how we cut it and what it looks like at the final product. And then we're going to show you what you need to start up making some soap. Some of the basic ingredients and stuff. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. So let's put you down right here. We got our soaps over here in these boxes. So let's bring the first one over. Open up the box. Why is it in the box? Because this box helps maintain the shape of the mold, because since it's silicone, it's flexible. You want to make sure you maintain that mold. So there's our soap. You don't recognize it from yesterday that much maybe, but that's it. It's changed a little color. It's done its thing. Now it's hard. Let's pull back the sides of this soap mold, which is silicone, like that. Stretch it back, because you want to get it loose from the sides really good. Tip it over, give it a pat on the bottom, and looky there. There's your loaf of soap out of the mold. We'll clean this up a little bit later and get all the little stuff. I use a knife, and I do this carefully to clean the molds, to get all the extra soap, just little bits and pieces you'll see in there, out. But clean these molds up every time you take your soap out, and these will last you forever. I've had these at least 7 years now. And while I'm talking about these come from Essential Depot. It's written right on the side, Essential Depot. Write that down. EssentialDepot.com is where you can find these molds for $25, $24.99. That's what they were a couple years ago. And you can also get them with a wire basket. If you want to get the wire basket, I think it's another extra $10. Comes with a wire basket instead of having to use the floppy box all the time. But I've been using that box for 5 years. So anyway, the wire baskets are nice. It keeps its shape. They're stackable. You can stack them on top of one another. But those come from Essential Depot. Get your notebook out. We're going through a lot of things here real quick. Okay, here's our soap. One big 3-pound block. Next thing, you go to yard sales, even if you go to the grocery store. Do you know what this is? Let me set my soap down right here for a minute. Do you know what this is? Anybody know? It's got a little wire on it. That's one of them cheap little cheese cutters. You can pick these up at the yard sale anywhere from $1 to a couple bucks at a yard sale all day long, or even at the grocery store for probably $10. This is what I cut my soaps with. What are these on here? I glued these pieces as a guide to where I set my soap loaf in there, and I made this custom guide here so that I get, when I cut, I slide that soap up to that. I cut down, I got a perfect size bar soap. Watch. Take your soap. What are we sitting on? We got a big lump under here somewhere. Okay, take your soap, lift that up, put it at the end, at the stop, slowly pull down in a gentle motion. Bam! There you go. And this is the detox that we made, body detox yesterday. There's your activated charcoal in there, all swirled through. When you pour it in there a little bit of force. That way it mixes all through the soap, and you're ready to go. So, cut that, slide it down, cut it again, another one. Let me move some stuff out of the way here. Show you how quick I'm going to cut up a loaf. See, different patterns. Not every bar of the soap is going to be the same. You're going to have all kinds of different swirly patterns. Almost looks like a face in there. Let's continue to slice. See how quick and easy that slices down? We're going to cut these up real quick. Then we're going to let them sit out and dry for a week. Why are we going to let them dry? Because that helps the water content evaporate, and therefore the bar hardens up a little bit more, therefore lasting longer. Okay? See, we're down about halfway through the soap. You can see the stuff through it. The charcoal, that activated charcoal, is good for pulling toxins from your skin. Also good for your scalp and your hair. The peppermint and tea tree in it are good for hairs. So, we're done cutting that one up. You see how quick that was. Look, it looks like a mother and her baby in there if you look at it. Looks like Jesus. Mother Mary and Joseph hanging over Jesus down there. Okay, and me, I always got a little slice left that's not big enough for mine. You know what I do with that? I put it in my bathroom. That's what I use. Soap hadn't cost me anything. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bars out of that. Let's do the other one real quick while we're here. All right, take the soap out of the box. Stretch that mold back so that you can get a nice clean release. Stretch the ends. Tip her over. Give her a pop. Sometimes you might have to give a little, we call, what's the word I'm looking for? A little persuasion. But usually, if you got your mix right, your blend right, your recipe right, and you did everything right there, I'll clean this one up here again later. Here we go, another 3-pound block. It's still a little soft. See, that's why you got to let it sit out so it can harden up. All that moisture evaporates. So let's cut this bad boy up. There you go. Activated charcoal up in there. Slice. Set beside. Push. Slice. Set it aside. Push. Slice. Set it aside. Push. Slice. Set aside. See, I push it right up to that stop on that thing. Slice her down. Got a lot of it in that. Look at that. Got a lot of that in that bar. So all your bars will come out the same, depending on how you pour that mixture of activated charcoal in there. But this is a good seller. Look at all the design in that. It's just kind of cool looking, ain't it? Cool looking little swirly thing in there. Slice. 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 And a little one from my bathroom. Put that over there. There we go. We set them aside on a drying tray. I got some drying trays up here. And that's what we're going to do now. How do I merchandise my soaps? Remember yesterday we talked about the organza bags? Well, I take these organza bags that I bought. If you look online, you can get these cheap. Shop around online, okay? If you do the organza or any packaging, shop around. Get your stuff as cheaply as you can, because when you're like me and you need to take these bars out and sell them, you need to make as much profit as you can without ripping the customer off. You want to give them a good price, plus have a good product. And you can take these things, after you put the label in there, what it is, string it up. Look at that pretty little bag. And these bags are useful too, because you can use those in the shower. Just hang this on the shower knob when you're done. Get in the shower and use that bag. It's got a little scrubby type feel in there. So anyway, we're going to set that aside. And we're going to show you now what you need to start your own soap making business or hobby. You could do it either way, business or hobby. Okay, first thing you want to do. Are you ready to write this down? I got to get a cough drop. Too much talking makes my throat dry. Let me set you here for a second. Get up against the soaps. These are great little drops here. I love these things. Lemon flavored. They make your mouth get nice and wet. I got to get up to Walmart and get me some more of these. Anyway, so first thing you want to do, write this down. Got your pen ready? Sit that down out of the way. Get all my stuff out of the way. First thing, go to soapcalc.net. That's SoapCalc.net. Soapcalc.net. On there, they got a soap calculator. When you get on there, explore, listen, read directions, and work up go through and see what kind of bar soap you want to make. You can add any ingredients you want. I'll give you a quick rundown of my ingredients. I'm not going to tell you how much of each I use, but coconut oil, olive oil, palm kernel oil, cocoa butter, and castor oil. That's all that's in my soaps except for the lye water. And I make one of the best bars of soap in the world, guaranteed. I am so positive on my soaps that I offer a money-back guarantee. I tell customers, hey, if you don't like it, bring me back the unused bar and I will give your money back, or trade up for another one if you want a different one, if you don't like the particular scent you buy. I'll go over those scents here in a minute. Okay, soapcalc.net. Work up your recipe. It tells you how to calculate it and get, because you're going to put all your numbers until you get 100%. Like you want 40% of this oil, 40% of this oil, 10% of this oil, 10% of that oil. Makes 100%. Hit the little calculate button down at the bottom, and it'll calculate how good of a bar of soap you have. Okay? It tells the hardness, how much it cleans, the cleanliness, the lathering, the hardness. It tells you everything. Soapcalc.net. Start right there so you know what kind of oils you want to look for to buy. Like I say, I buy my oils, 44-pound container, 30-pound box, 10-pound bags, 2-gallon bottles, 3-liter bottles, and of course, like I say, Essential Depot. You can get your bottle of lye. It's a 2-pound bottle of lye. I order this by the case. I get a case of 16. That's 32 pounds of lye. If you make a lot of soap, you're going to find yourself going through this. Don't run out. Get enough. Even though if you're just going to make it for yourself and a couple of friends. You need lye. Another thing you need, a couple of squirt bottles so that you can put some, what's the word I'm using? Apple cider vinegar in there. You need apple cider vinegar to neutralize any spills, messes, or like that, even cleanup. It's good for cleanups. Distilled water. Go to Walmart. $1.38. It used to be 99 cents. It's probably up past $1.38 now, but distilled water. You cannot use spring water. You cannot use filtered water. It must be distilled. If you use anything else, you will not get soap. I promise that. So, once you know what kind of bar soap you want to make and what kind of oils you need, start ordering them. I recommend that you order a few different smaller containers if you got the money to do it. At least a 2 to 4 ounce bottle of essential oils. Get a bunch of different ones, like the popular ones. I'll tell you some popular ones. So you can blend. You want to blend. You want to experiment. You want to make this your own soap. Okay, I got cinnamon leaf. I've got cedarwood. I've got bay rum, which is actually a fragrance oil. I've got cinnamon. It's all cinnamon leaf today. Yep, cinnamon leaf all today. And then there's clove leaf and clove bud, eucalyptus oil, frankincense. I'll tell you a bunch of these. Clove leaf, we've got grapefruit, pink grapefruit. Pink grapefruit is a very pleasant scent in a soap. Got a bunch back there. I got some citronella back here even, but I don't want to put that in soap. Eucalyptus oil, did we already do that? Oh, this is in the wrong place. This needs to go up here. I got Japanese cherry blossom, which is a fragrance oil. I got lavender. I've got lemon. I've got lemongrass, which is a popular one. I got sweet orange. I've got patchouli. I have peppermint. Plumeria, which is a fragrance oil. We have pine, Scotch pine oil. You don't make too much soaps out of that. I only make a few out of that. And what do I make? I make that from my hunters. Then you've got, let's see, rosemary essential oil. I got a lot of different oils in here. Spearmint, tea tree oil. That's the major essential oils I carry, okay? Those are the major ones. I can either make a bar of soap, and I do this. It's nothing but peppermint. Some people like that cool peppermint feel in their body. On a hot day, you jump in the shower with that stuff, you get cooled off quick with peppermint. However, if in the wintertime you want to get warmed up, use something like cinnamon oil. Cinnamon oil has a warming effect. Relaxation, use lavender, okay? Lemongrass just smells so clean. Or you can use straight lemon, which is really refreshing. And there are other ones out there. There's essential oils, fragrance oils. Okay, there's two different types of oils. Know the difference. Fragrance oil is a man-made scent. You don't know what's in that thing for them to get that thing in there. It's like I got one here that my wife loves. It's called Sea Salt and Orchid. It's a fragrance oil. It's not 100% essential. I prefer to use a lot of essential oils because it's more natural, okay? So go online. I'll tell you some of the places you can look for that. Write these down. Are you ready? New Directions Aromatics, okay? New Directions Aromatics. They are good if you're buying quantities. I'm talking about at least 32 ounces or more. They got good pricing. You're going to find your essential oils is the most expensive part of this, okay? Of soap making. I even got something back here that smells like espresso. And I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, is a fragrance oil. Yes, it says right on there, fragrance oil. So it's a man-made scent, okay? Man-made scents are a little different, so you can't call them natural, okay? Your soaps are still going to be natural in a way. Oh, look at there. I got some more orange down there. This is from Crafter's Choice. Shop the sites, people. Shop the sites. Shop the sites. I can't say that enough. Shop the sites. Get the best deal you can find out there. Make sure they are approved by the... there's a place or an organization that certifies. Let me see if I got some certification stuff here. It'll tell you. Let me see. It doesn't say, but this tells you where it comes from. This eucalyptus comes from China. The clove leaf comes from Indonesia. Sri Lanka is where my cinnamon leaf comes from. So essential oils, here's one that comes from Boswellia. Frankincense comes from Boswellia. So essential oils come from all around the world. That's why they're so expensive. So let me give you a couple things. Get your pen and paper out. I'm going to give you a couple names of soap supplier websites, okay? All right, we already told you about newdirectionsaromatics.com. Then there's Camden, C-A-M-D-E-N, Camden Gray. CamdenGray.com. They're a little pricey. Then there's Soap Goods. If you want to get stuff like palm kernel oil or some of your other oils, you can get those in bulk from soapgoods.com. And I've already mentioned Essential Depot. That's where you get your silicone molds, your big silicone molds. Okay, other than that, find some place that sells Brambleberry, or go to brambleberry.com, and Brambleberry's got all kind of soap molds out there. I showed you a couple yesterday. Okay, another one. This is a little far out. Sometimes they're a little long. Would get you some stuff. Oregon Trails soaps. OregonTrailSoaps.com. And if you're looking for some craft or decorative boxes, try TeaLightBoxes.com. Okay, those are just some that I've got. There's others. There's Veneta. Let me get that. It's probably pronounced Vinevida. Vinevida. That's where I got my last grapefruit and lavender. Shop these sites out, because every once in a while you'll find that they got a thing, a sale or something like that. Or certain times of year, if you find yourself using, say, a lot of lemongrass, there's certain times of the year that lemongrass will come down in price. Hey, get a 5 to 10 pound bucket of it or container, okay? If you know you're going to use it, buy it. I go through so much lemongrass, I buy it by the 2 gallon or even 3 gallon containers. So anyway, that's some of the websites. Now, you don't need to use these molds. If you want to, you can look around for different molds. These are the little oval molds. They say soap on the inside, so that comes out on your soap bar. These are oval. They'll make about a 2 ounce bar. Got those. You got these little square ones. You can make a 1 pound loaf there. And like I say, brambleberry. If you look up brambleberry, they got all kinds of molds too. These aren't as strong as those from Essential Depot. These are a little thinner on the sides. So look at the quality you're getting too, when you order a couple. Or you can go to Walmart. I got all kinds of different molds. Squares, snowflakes, just little round ones. I got Easter eggs. I've got more Easter stuff like eggs and bunnies. There's stars in there. There's apples, pumpkin faces. There's silicone molds everywhere, guys. I highly recommend silicone molds. And like I say, you can make 1 bar, or you can make 10 or 20 or 30 or 40. Let me swing that around. See how many I made here? What is this? Let me smell it. That is my man soap right there. That's got pumice in it. It's got some clove oil and pumice in it. I made all that because I got a guy that orders all that. You can even get a mold that looks like this. Got little scrubby, I call them buttons on there. Hearts. Look at that. You can make hearts. Look around. Snowflakes, big snowflakes. Christmas trees. There's all kinds. Don't use these things. These are a pain in the butt. If you can't find it elsewhere and you need to get these, that's fine. Who makes these? These are from Milky Way Molds. The plastic. They're very difficult to work with. Go to like Hobby Lobby. Get stuff like this. Here's some little baby Christmas trees. Let me go through and see what I got. There's little Santas, and these are for little child side soaps. But be careful if you're selling these out there. There's some Santas. What else we got? Candies. And more snowflakes over there. Those are just some of thousands. And then there's something called, what they call a column mold. Let me get a couple of these out if I can get them out of here without making a big old mess. We'll get this one out. We'll get this one out. And if I'm not mistaken, you can find these through Brambleberry. It's got a B on it. That's why I say that. This is a column mold of a star. What I use these for, I will show you later in one of my things. Here's a heart. It's a little heart. They also make a big heart. This is a big heart. See that? And I'll show you how we use these later in one of our later episodes, okay? Column molds are great for doing, decorations in your soaps. And I'll show you one decoration if I can find it. Let's see. Where is it? We probably won't be able to find it because we're looking for it. It might be in here. See, I put a heart in the middle of a bar of soap. I made that red, which is cinnamon. let it dry. Then I made the peppermint, which is outside. I sat that heart down in my big 3-pound mold, then poured the white over top of it. Voila. You got a heart through all the parts of the soap. We will go through these as we do more and more episodes. These right here come from Central Depot. These are drying trays. Notice all the soaps I have in here. I make lots of soaps. And now this is the one I showed you about, that one mold. See how it comes out? It says soap on it. It's an oval, about a 2-ounce bar. I got some lemongrass in there. I don't know what's that. Let's see what this is. That's plumeria. These boxes are full of soaps. I still got a bag and tag. What's this one? That's Woodstock. That's my Woodstock soap. That's a blend that I created. Okay, but all these molds, I usually have these filled up to the brim. I built this rack so I can have a mold, a drying tray rack, because that way I can dry lots of soaps. When I get rolling, I'm making 300 pounds of soap a week. Okay, so anyway, another thing you want to get at Walmart, okay, like I said, that 3-pack of cups. They make that 3 packs of cups, which comes in a little thing, small, medium, large. Get you a set or 2 of those. Okay. Get you a stainless steel whisk so you can stir up your lye water when you get pouring that. I've got all kinds of different stuff over here. Get a couple bottles so you can mix up your recipe of scents. If you're blending some essential oils, you might want to blend, say, an orange and something else to give you it gives you different scents. It's like my Woodstock. I got 4 different oils in there to get the scent that I wanted. It's a scent that's reminiscent of the 60s. That's why I call it Woodstock. Again, your little book. Make notes, take notes, but do lots of notes. That's why I'm telling you to write stuff down now. This tells you what they're good for. Okay, so people ask me, I can say, hey, cocoa butter is a vegetable oil which can prevent stretch marks from happening from pregnancies. It treats and repairs burnt skin and prevents dry, itchy skin also. When you do your soapcalc.net and you're happy with it, see, this tells you right down here, the hardness, the cleansing, the conditioning, the bubbly, the creamy, the iodine, this. I don't worry about them 2 last numbers, but I like to have a good, hard, good cleansing, good conditioning, bubbly soap. That's my recipe right there. These are the oils I put in mine right here. It tells you how much, okay, your essential oils or your smelly oils, the stuff to get your smells from, you want to use anywhere 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce per pound of soap. That's what they recommend for safety. This video is going to be long. I'm at 28 minutes. Get the little digital thermometer, infrared thermometer. Let me see. See, it lights up and tells you how much your temperature is. It's 72 degrees in this room. Oh, 75. I was reading that backwards. You can get you some spray bottles. Okay, like I say, pick up a couple spray bottles so you can keep your vinegar in there so you can spray yourself down should you never need spraying down. Get a bunch of funnels. I get these little small funnels I use for things. Okay, y'all making notes? Are you keeping up with this? Okay. Colorants. How do we color our soap? When I first started doing my soaps, I was using food colors, and I still do. Look at these big bottles that I got of food coloring. Food coloring. I try to get one that's got no crazy stuff in it because I'm trying to keep my stuff as natural as I want. I've got green, red, blue, and yellow. I use lots of yellow in my, and a tomato color. Well, that's red. Some of these oils, like the coconut oil, write this down. There's a place called Restaurant Depot if you're in Jacksonville, and Restaurant Depot does have some places around the country. Restaurant Depot. You got to get a membership there or be a business. So carry a business card with you, and you can get a membership there. It's free membership. Activated charcoal. That's what I put in that one we just unmolded. And micas. Mica is good for coloring. Micas add another dimension, and you can get those. And this is a mess up here. Somebody's been playing around. I got all kinds of different color micas: greens, blues, purples, yellows, purples, something else back there, and something else. If you want to get fancy, go get you some non-metallic sparkles. You can put some sparkles in your soap, glitter, and make you a sparkling looking soap. So it's just one of those dimensions, and you get those in all kinds of colors too. There's blue sparkles. Okay, so that's the basics. And you see all my funnels I got here. What's this? This is arnica oil. This is for making some other stuff I make. You can see how big that container is. That's a 32 ounce, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 32 ounce container. That's 2 pounds worth, as we know. There's my coconut oil. Comes from Restaurant Depot. 44-pound bucket. It's not cheap anymore. That's about $90 for that bucket now. So shop around. My palm kernel oil comes in 30-pound cubes from soapgoods.com or whatever. That first one I gave you, Soap Goods, if you wrote it down. Okay, get you a nice table to work on. I got a folding table in here that I use, and I put this brown, you can find this brown paper. I got big rolls of that over there. See the brown paper? You can roll that out so that when it gets dirty and messy, just peel it up, throw it in the trash, put you another clean piece down, and you're good to go. Paper towels. Keep a lot of paper towels around because you will go through some paper towels for some quick cleaning, okay? Good for quick cleaning. Stick blenders. This is a must. Look at that stick blender. I have cracked it because I have used the heck out of it. I've got a crack in there and I'm still using it. Do not put your finger in those blades when you're doing your work. It will cut your fingertips off. I got an extra big stainless bowl in case I want to make my 9-pound loaf, which I do occasionally. And we'll go right back to the molds again. Here's another mold I found. See, that's a silicone mold in there, and I built this wood case for it so it keeps the sides, it keeps the sides from flexing outwards so your soap don't look funky. When I teach soap classes, I buy these. This is what goes home with the students. I buy these so when I do a soap class, I can put this. Their soaps can go right in there. You heard me talk about pumice powder. If you want some scrubby action in your soap, pumice powder. I got extra fine here somewhere. But yeah, super fine. This is super fine if you don't like it real scrubby. I carry a lot of stuff for making different things. Pink Himalayan pink salts for different things. Your soap is only going to be as good as your imagination. I was playing around when I did this. I got a little rubby duck stuck in that big thing of that's what they call glycerin soap, a melt and pour glycerin soap. You can do melt and pour soaps, but it doesn't give you quite the quality. And that's why I started with these. They're called melt and pour. This is from Stevenson. And you take this, you cut off a piece, you put it in a microwavable thing, you melt it down, put your color and scent in there, stir it up nicely, pour it into the mold, and you get a melt and pour. This stuff sweats real bad on a hot day. I don't use as much of that anymore, but I used to buy cases of that, 50 pounds at a time. Excuse me. Here's another mold. It's got a little design inside of it. I forget what it is. That's something my wife wanted. I've got everything here. Everything. Now, if you want to put things like flowers or lavender leaves, lavender buds, you can do that too. Now, I'll tell you where you get that. I mentioned that yesterday. So I've got everything from orange peel to eucalyptus, peppermint leaf, stevia leaf. I use these to make teas. I also have teas. Lemon tea, honeybush tea, Mooney's tea. This is good for pregnant women. Orange spice tea. I even got catnip for my cats out there. Happy tummy. And you get stuff like pink rose petals. You can put those in your soap. Now they will turn dark though. I used to put a lot of rose in some of my rose soap. Okay. Anise. What would we use anise for? I don't know right now, but I bought it just because I have it. Chamomile. Herbs. You can get these from, where can you get these from? These are from, oh crap. Well, you can see right there. Certified organic, all these stuff. Where is the company this came from? I can't remember. I will figure out that name a little bit later, but fair trade is certified through IMO. These are all blended teas. Oh, that coconut robois. Oh, that's a good tea. It's empty, as you can see. I drink lots of that. Okay, if you're selling your soap, go get some bags. You can get these from Restaurant Depot. These are those plastic bags like you see in Walmart, okay? Or you can get some paper bags. They carry paper bags too. Don't forget your packaging. Organza bags like I was talking about before, okay? So that's just some of the basics that you need to start making soap. Organize it on your table for how it works best for you and start making some soap. So you saw me cutting up the one I made yesterday. There's a finished product. This is going to sit out and dry for 2 weeks so it can harden up. Why does it have to sit out for 2 weeks? Because the moisture in it will evaporate. The bar will actually shrink in size a little bit, and it makes it a hard bar. You can use it right now, but it will wash away quicker because it's still too soft. All right, y'all got that? Y'all got that? Use your imagination, okay? Imagination is what's going to make and break your soap. We got Japanese cherry blossom, lemongrass plus. That's got lemongrass leaves in it for foliation. Chill Out, which is a peppermint. Karma, which is that nag champa. No. Karma is, this is a copy of Lush's Karma. If you've ever been to Lush soap stores, go in there and smell the Karma. All this stuff is awesome smelling. Hawaiian Nights, that's Plumeria. Woodstock, my special blend. Chill Out peppermint. I got Nag Champa. That's my 60s. Christmas, which this one actually, me and my wife went back and forth on this because I thought it smelled like Christmas, and she says that smells like Christmas ham, so we just named it Christmas. Woodstock, we got down here patchouli, which is all patchouli, and this comes in a red, white, and blue format where I pour 2 different colors in there, which we will show you as we go on with episodes. Dr. Feelgood, let me turn look at Dr. Feelgood. That's got eucalyptus and lemon in it. If you are ever stuffed up, get in the shower with that, man. That'll help you get down. Belicious. I'll tell you what Belicious is. It has got 2 of the things in there is milled oats, which were ground into a fine powder, and I also have actual local organic honey in there. Be careful when you're using honey in your soaps because it will cause your soaps to do weird stuff. Okay, we make a rose soap. That smells so good for a rose. I tell you, it smells like my grandmother. That is a beautiful scent. Bay rum. Like I say, Rose Garden, 60s tea tree. Tea tree is good for the head. This one I sell exclusively to a business over in Orange Park called The Granary. They stock this soap for people that want just tea tree because it's good for dandruff, hair problems, stuff like that. Woodstock patchouli on the beach. On the beach is a coconut smell. That's going out. That's been discontinued. We got lavender. We got the honeydew. We got lemongrass plus. The man soap, which is made with, what the hell? I got Legos in there. I don't know what they're doing in there. That must be one I visited. The man soap has got pumice in there. See, natural pumice. I put orange oil in there because orange oil is a natural degreaser. So if you got greasy hands, this is great to use. Japanese cherry blossom, Hawaiian Nights, Dr. Feelgood, citrus blast, cinnamon, almost Karma, bay rum, Belicious, charcoal, Chill Out. I've got 21 different soaps that I make. Get your room, cordon it off. This is a 10 by 12 bedroom that I took over for myself. Look at all the supplies that I've accumulated over the past 15 years of soap making. So with that, we will exit my room. I hope y'all took notes. Get off my couch, you stinky dog. What's wrong with you? You lost your mind? I think you did. You need a bath. Anyway, so guys, Purple Passion Soaps is the name of my company. My phone number is 904-451-0688. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Hey, I love to talk. I will talk my days off. I won't give you any of my trade secrets, like my recipe, you know, how much of this I use, how much of that I use. When you find the right recipe that does good for you and people like it, safeguard it. Safeguard it. That includes any scents that you blend, and that includes what you blend your oils and make your soap out of. Keep it a secret. You don't want anybody getting your secret and selling your soaps, do you? Not me, because I got one of the best soaps in the United States and probably the world. I ship nationwide. I've got customers as far as Seattle, Washington. I got them up in Illinois. I got a girl down in California. I got a company up in Virginia that sells them in their little store. I got 4 stores around the Jacksonville area here. I am located in Jacksonville, Florida. Yay, Jacksonville, Florida, Sunshine State. It has been raining a lot this year though, but anyway. So with that, we're at 42 minutes almost. You guys enjoy making your soap. Leave me some messages of stuff you've done and share pictures of soaps you've done. Anything you need help with, ask the question. I will be glad to see you. You can find me on Facebook, /Purple Passion Soaps. That's the best place to get a hold of me. Well, actually, the best place is to call me. 904-451-0688. Don't be afraid to ask. No question is stupid, okay? There's no stupid questions out there when it comes to soap making. If I can help you, I will do it. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you later.